The mother still managed to ruin her younger daughter's wedding, even though it seemed impossible to outdo herself at this point. She shouted right in front of the guests that her daughter had betrayed her, that she had abandoned her, that the mother had devoted her entire life to this child, and the girl had dared to fall in love and get married. In the mother's eyes, her daughter's love for a man was not a feeling but a personal insult. A true theater of the absurd, especially if one knows the full backstory of this family. The parents divorced when the older daughter, Anna, was 10 years old, and the younger one, Maria, was only 5. The father left the family abruptly and disgracefully. He packed his things and moved in with another woman, much younger, childless, and, as he himself put it, without unnecessary complications. After this, almost all relatives turned away from him. Even his own mother refused to speak to him for a long time. For his wife, the divorce became a real catastrophe. She endured it painfully and bitterly, blaming everyone around her for her misfortunes. Sometimes Anna fell under her hand as well, not because the girl was guilty of anything, but simply because she looked too much like her father, both in appearance and in character. The mother did not restrain herself in words and could call her older daughter anything just to vent her anger. The grandmother tried to stop her, saying that it was wrong to take out resentment on a child, that Anna was not to blame, but reason never reached the woman. Eventually, Anna was taken in by her paternal grandparents. They obtained guardianship and tried to give the girl at least some sense of stability. At the same time, the maternal grandmother did not disappear from her life. She visited, invited Anna over, and maintained contact between the sisters. Only the mother herself stubbornly pretended that her older daughter did not exist. Of course, it hurt Anna. Living apart while your mother is still alive is not the easiest fate for a child. But over time, she came to terms with it, adapted, and learned not to expect warmth or involvement from her mother. Maria stayed with their mother, and she focused all her attention on the younger daughter. Everything was for her, and only for her. The mother practically dissolved in Maria, controlling every step, every emotion, every decision. The girl grew up quiet, domestic, and dependent. She did not argue, did not defend her opinion, and it often seemed she did not have one at all. When the sisters met, Anna always felt that Maria was like clay, taking whatever shape was convenient for their mother. Anna tried from time to push her toward independence, to teach her to say no, but after just a few hours back at home, all progress disappeared without a trace. That was why Anna was truly stunned when one day Maria ran to her, excited and glowing, and announced that she had been proposed to. It turned out that Maria had been secretly dating a young man for several years. They met while studying, started talking, then dating, and to find time for meetings, Maria had to lie to their mother, twist the truth, invent part-time jobs and academic obligations. For Anna, it was almost unbelievable. She had never thought her sister capable of such a double life and such decisive actions. Maria was 23, and formally she was long an adult, but emotionally she was still deeply dependent on her mother. She feared her reaction, and therefore asked Anna to go with her and help tell the truth. Anna had not communicated with her mother for a long time and had neither desire nor illusions about her, but for her sister's sake, she agreed. The reaction was exactly what Anna had expected. The scandal was loud, hysterical, and humiliating. The mother screamed that Maria had no right to abandon her, that all men were the same, that her daughter did not understand what she was doing, and that her entire life had been sacrificed on the altar of motherhood. At some point, she issued an ultimatum. Either Maria gives up her fiancé, or she can leave immediately and never come back. To everyone's surprise, Maria chose the latter. With Anna's help, she packed her things and left the apartment. At the door, the mother threw after her that if she walked out now, she would no longer be her daughter. The wedding preparations were difficult. Maria was torn between happiness and guilt. Her mother continued to write and call, sometimes accusing, sometimes complaining, sometimes threatening. Anna advised her to cut off contact at least temporarily, but Maria could not do it. Until the very last moment, she hoped her mother would come to her senses. A few days before the wedding, The mother really did come to make peace. She cried, said she had been wrong, that she had realized everything. Maria believed her. Anna did not, but she chose to remain silent. On the wedding day, it became clear that this was a mistake. The mother started ruining the celebration from the very beginning, making sharp remarks, criticizing the groom, complaining that the newlyweds would live separately. And during her toast at the restaurant, she staged a real scene, accusing the groom of taking her daughter away and Maria of betrayal. The hosts were confused, the guests sat in shock, and the bride barely held back tears. After the wedding, Maria and her husband left for a honeymoon in southern Spain to visit his relatives. She no longer communicated with her mother. Even the grandmother, who had always tried to defend her daughter, could not justify her behavior at the wedding. As for Anna, she finally became convinced that their mother was incapable of loving anyone but herself. And now Anna hopes for only one thing, that Maria will manage to keep her distance and build her own life. Because otherwise, the past will once again begin to destroy the present.